Hello class, welcome to StudyWeb Academy, where education is without limits. Welcome to our English class, and today we're going to be focused on a very important topic that is essential for our vocabulary building, for our communication skills, and even our writing skills. So this is a very important topic, and that is word meanings in context structure. So this is the topic we're going to be discussing and engaging into. Okay, so we're going to be learning about the word meanings in context structure. So what is word meaning in context structure? So I'll just give an overview or an introduction to just engage you and just brief you on what we'll be talking about. So word meanings in context structure is a concept that focuses on understanding how the meaning of words can change or be influenced by the surrounding words, phrases, or sentences in which they are used. So sometimes we find sentences, right? And sometimes there are two words, like for example, there are two words that are spelled the same, they are pronounced the same, but they have different meanings. So what will help you get to the right meaning of this word? It's the words around it or the phrases around it. Okay, so for example, read and read. Okay, so we have read, like when I'm telling you get rid of that trash, or get rid of the litter and throw it away, or something like that. Get rid of something, or get rid of your phone, stop using your phone. So there's that read, and there was also read, like you're reading your book, you're reading a contest. So there's the read and read. Okay, so when I tell you tell me the meaning of read, you'll be confused because you don't know which read I'm talking about. Okay, so you'll ask yourself, am I talking about the read of reading a book, or am I talking about the read of getting rid of something? Okay, so what will help you understand the right meaning, or the meaning I expect to hear from you, is the words around, or the sentences around, or the phrases around this word. So if I tell you get rid of your phone, you won't, if I ask you tell me the meaning of read according to this context, so I give you a sentence like get rid of your phone and start working on your assignment. What do I mean? I will tell you to tell me the meaning of read in this context, and I will not expect you to tell me it's the read of reading a book, or I'm telling you to read a book. No, but you'll tell me I'm simply telling you to let go of something or to stop doing something. Okay, so we are able to understand the meaning of words according to the depending on the words around this word or the phrases around this word. So that is all we're going to be discussing in the word meanings in context structure. So this concept is crucial for developing strong reading skills and language comprehension skills. So like I gave you an example where I'm talking about read, and I want you to tell me the meaning of read according to my the context. Okay, if I tell you stop reading that childish book, okay, I'm simply telling you to stop the action of reading this book. But when I tell you get rid of your phone and start working on your assignment, what do I mean? I don't mean that you should start reading your phone or something like that, no, but in the context here, it means that I expect you to stop using your phone and start working on your assignment. So that is how we are going to be engaging in this lesson. So basically we're just going to be understanding words and what they mean, and we're going to be helped by other words around this word or other phrases around this word. So that is what we're going to be discussing today. So what is word meanings? Word meanings are specific definitions, but their meanings can vary based on how they are used in a context. Again, a word meaning is just a specific definition of a term. Okay, so if I have a specific word and I want you to describe the term for me or tell me what the word means, sometimes you can directly tell me what the word means because you understand it, but sometimes it's really hard because you find some words are the same. So you'll be asking me, what read do you mean, or what word do you mean, or in what context should I explain this word to you? So that is the word meaning. You're giving definition of a specific word or the meaning, and this meaning can vary depending on the context, and I think I've given a good example on that. Now, what is context? We have looked at what word meanings are. Now we're looking at what context is. Now, context of a word is simply words, phrases, or sentences that surround it. Okay, so the context of a word. If I'm giving you like a sentence, let me just use my normal example or my normal sentence here. Okay, so if I give you the sentence, stop reading that childish book, if I expect you to tell me the meaning of read in the sentence, you will use the clauses or the phrases or the words around this read word and tell me the meaning. And if I tell you get rid of your phone and start working on your assignment, I expect you to also tell me the meaning of read in this context. Okay, so basically context is just these words or phrases or sentences that surround a specific word that we are looking for its meaning. So these surrounding words provide clues and information that help you understand the intended meaning of the word. So when you listen to my sentence, or when you listen to the example I've given, you realize that the context are those sentences around my word, or the phrases around my word, or the words around my words are the clue, or are the they're the clue, or they're the information providing words that will help you gain more insight on what I really want to hear. So that is all about the context. Okay, then lastly, structure. What do I mean by structure? Now, structure is just the structure of the sentence or text refers to how words are organized and arranged. So structure is basically the organization of words, or how words are arranged, or how they're organized. Structure can impact the meaning of individual words within a sentence. You find that sometimes when a word comes before some sentences or some words, there's a meaning tied to that. And if it comes in the middle, there's a meaning tied to that. Okay, and if it's at the end, there's also a meaning tied to that. So we will look at this and everything that it entails, so don't worry about that. Okay, now let's jump into our topic, and now let's look at what word meaning in structure involves. Okay, so understanding the word meanings and structure, what does it involve? So it involves recognizing the different meaning of words, and that is what we're going to be doing today. It also involves determining which meaning is appropriate based on the context. That is also something we're going to be doing. And lastly, using surrounding words and phrases to interpret the word meaning. So all these three factors here are what we need when we want to get insight of a word, or just understand the meaning of a word. So one, we are going to be recognizing these words. Okay, so first we recognize the words, then we recognize the different meanings of this word. So for example, I've told you read. Okay, so there's a meaning for read and another meaning for read, different meanings. Okay, so after recognizing a word and its meaning, we now determine the appropriate meaning based on the context. So you look at the sentence, look at the structure of the sentence, and now from the sentence we're going to be gaining insight on which is the appropriate meaning to use. Then after that, we'll also use the individual words or phrases that surround the word to help us gain more insight in this word interpretation or the word meaning. So don't forget about that. Now let me give you an example here. If you encounter the word crane, okay, in a sentence, okay, the context can help you understand whether it refers to a large bird or a machine used for lifting heavy object. So we all know a crane can refer to a bird, and a crane is also a machine used to lift objects. Now you realize I'm giving you two different examples. So I gave you read and read, and I gave you I'm giving you crane and crane. Okay, so one, you find that they have the same spelling, okay, and the same pronunciation but different meaning. Others have the same pronunciation but different spelling and different meanings. Okay, so we'll look at all these, so don't worry about that. So in this example here, I'm telling you about this crane. Okay, so for you to understand what crane is being referred to, you need to look at the context of this sentence. That will help you gain insight, and you'll be able to know if you're talking about a large bird or this other machine. Okay, so the sentences, or the sentence context, structure, and the word around crane provide necessary information to determining the meaning of the word, or the correct meaning of this word. So don't forget about that. So understanding word meaning in context structure is very, very important and essential for comprehending complex text, improving vocabulary, and becoming a more effective reader and communicator. So the moment you realize you're reading a context or a text and you don't know the meaning of the word, sometimes I'm reading a very, very sweet book, okay? It even happens to me. I'll give you my example. I'm reading a book, okay, and I don't have my phone close to me, or I don't have a dictionary close to me, and I don't understand this word, but I want to understand this word so that I can understand the story and what the character is meaning, or what the author means, or what the character is trying to say, okay? So what do? I will read the context or the sentences or the phrases or other words around this specific word, and then from this I will try engage my mind and try find out the meaning, or what the author is trying to say, or what the character is trying to pass across, okay? So sometimes you find yourself in complex situations where you're reading a complex text and you meet new words, new vocabularies. You don't know them, but you have to understand them so that you can be able to continue learning or continue engaging in your reading, okay? So what do? You make sure that you read the words or phrases around this word, and then engage your mind and try find the meaning of the word depending or using the words around it. So this is very important if you want to become a good reader and also a good communicator, okay? So when you want to communicate well, when you want to become a good reader, what do? You use these words, okay? You want to use these vocabularies in your writing. So let me tell you, class, one important factor that will set you miles ahead from your classmate is your ability to write. And your ability to write or talk or communicate comes with your language and how you structure your sentences, how you speak, the context in your sentences. Now, if I'm just a normal person, I'm just using normal English to talk, people will not, like, even if I'm a good writer or I'm a good reader or I'm good at communicating, people will not get that sense of my perfect skill or my good skill, okay, because I'm using common words. But if you're ready to learn, you see new words and search the meaning of these words, find the meaning of these words, then engage or use these words in your now real life situation, okay? So you're talking to someone, you use some of these words, okay? This will make people love your English and even rank you as a good speaker or someone who knows how to speak properly, okay? So remember, these word meanings in context structure is very, very important if we want to become effective readers and communicators, okay? It's a fundamental skill that continues to be developed as students progress through their English and language studies. Now, just know that no one was born perfect, or no one was born knowing all vocabularies or all the good words in English. No, it's a developing process, okay? So as you grow, as you continue your milestone of becoming a student from one class to another, you meet new words, and this is where you're expected to learn, okay? So as you grow, as you keep transitioning to various classes, you learn. Now take this example. The words you're using when you're in kindergarten or grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, are they the same words you're using while you're in grade 9 or when you are in grade 8? Do you find the words the same? No. So you find that your vocabulary also grows as you continue growing. So this word meaning in context structure and vocabulary development, it's a process that develops when we continue growing and continue progressing through our English and literature studies, okay? So it's not something that just comes out of nowhere. So remember, word context or word meaning in context is a very, very important thing that we're going to be looking at today. And I told you that it involves three major things, and the three major things that we'll be looking at is recognizing these words, and then after knowing these words, we will recognize their meanings, okay? So I have two words here. I have crane and crane. I have read and read. I have read and read, okay? So I have these words. Now, I find their meaning. So one, crane. There's crane for the bird, and there's crane for this machine, okay? Read. There's read for reading a book, okay? The action of reading. And there's read for getting rid of something, okay? Stop doing something, get rid of what you're doing, okay? Or get rid of the trash, or get rid of your phone, get rid of that book that you're reading, okay? You stop doing something. So there's that. And then there's read and read. There's read for the color red, and there's read for the past tense of read. So after getting these words now and getting their appropriate meanings, we now determine what is the perfect meaning that the sentence wants us to use. And then after that, we use phrases and words around this word to give us the perfect meaning of the word. Okay,